how do you manage your finances at home? Or what are the techniques are you teaching your kids, the family at home on how to save? You've mentioned tithes, you've mentioned a percentage here, but maybe if you can elaborate on that. How do you manage your finances at home? Or what are the techniques are you teaching your kids, the family at home on how to save? You've mentioned tithes, you've mentioned a percentage here, but maybe if you can elaborate on that.
Look, I think to my children in particular, where I am right now in life, I'm helping them realize, in fact, the culture behind profit.
Yes.
Right? Because there is understanding practically what it is.
Yes.
Then there is the culture of it. Right? Now, and the reason why I choose to go the culture route is because, I have seen, so many people lose their way as a result of profit.
Yes.
Right? But, when you understand the culture behind profit, so I always have this conversation with my son where the biggest discussion that we have is helping people, and then he'll start naming different ways, and he'll say, if people are hungry, I will feed them.
Yes.
Then I say, yes, then you'll make a profit from that.
Yes.
Right? But you have to understand the culture behind it first, that it has to start from a deep moral sense of help.
Yes. The
right.
Inner spirits.
That's
sense.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
It has to start from there.
Yes.
Right. And how we put it is that and then you can buy lots of toys and lots of games from that.
Yes.
Because for a 7-year-old, that's how he understands it, that it means that I can get the new Batman game and the new Spider-Man. You can get all of that.
Yes.
Right? But it starts from a sense of work. It starts with work ethic.
Yes.
Right? Now, because what tends to happen is that sometimes, our ambitions are actually bigger than our work ethic.
It's very true. Very, very true. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So you've got big dreams,
yes,
which are here, but the work ethic to achieve those dreams is sitting here. So what I teach him from a very young age, when I talk about the culture of profit, right? When he says, okay, it's to help people. I say, okay, cool. So if you want to help people, then what are the steps that you need to take?
Yes.
Then he realizes that there are actions behind the reward.
That's good.
And that's how you bring up the work ethic.
Now, this leads to our very last question. In the sense, what advice would you give to a young Z?
How old? Depends on what age.
Yeah.
What advice would I give to myself? That's a trick question. Okay. Look, I know, reflecting back on my life right now, would I do anything differently? And the answer is no. I wouldn't do anything differently.
Yes.
Right? Because every lesson or every mistake has got its own lessons. Yes. I wouldn't want to take away from that.
Yes.
Right? But if I were to tell someone else, right, let's say who was 18 years old, right, what are the things you should be watching out for? Is be careful of the hype. Shaka Zulu once said a very profound thing where he said, never listen to your own praise singer.
Yes.
Right? Because what tends to happen for some reason is that when you grow in life, right, and I'm still trying to figure out why we behave in this way as human beings. You start fearing and respecting people because of where they are financially in life.
Yes.
And the less you have, is the less respected you are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And the more you have is the more respected you are,
Yes.
right? Which is a very strange behavior from human beings,
Yes.
for me. And what human beings then tend to do is they tend to hype you up,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
A lot, quite a lot. They will hype you up a bit, quite a bit. And if you are not, if you don't have the right moral compass, right, what will happen is you will let the hype within you, and you're going to believe what your praise singers are saying.
Yes.
They're going to tell you how great you are, and what great businessman that you are. That's why for me, faith is very important, because when people say those things, although I say thank you, but in my heart, what I'm actually doing, I'm saying, Lord, this is because of you.
Yeah.
Because I have to release that, right? Because if I don't release it, it will change who I am.
Yes.
One, I'll get into the hype.
Yes.
And I'll actually start believing it. And very soon I'll be the emperor without clothes.
Yes.
Right? Because I've been hyped up so much.
Yes.
Now, in our growth, talking to a young person, be careful of the hype as you grow. Stay real. That's how you remain grounded and you remain centered.
Yes.
Because without the hype, then there's no need, to buy the most expensive car your salary can buy.
Yes.
Whilst you can hardly pay the rent.
Yes.
Because the car is so expensive.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then there's no need for that. You are able to think a little bit differently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's the biggest thing. Be careful of the hype.
Be careful of the hype. What the lesson learned today: mind the company that you associate yourself with. Take care of your inner spirit, your soul. Fear God, fear the Maker, and manage your money properly. So that is the 4 things that I've taken from here. And never give up. So attitude is everything. So never give up, have a goal, and get it done. Z, thanks very much. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Eko.
This been very good.
So what do they say? It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. In the next video, we'll be talking about mistakes to avoid in business so that you can stay ahead of the curve. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.